You'll probably look at this right here, the Trevit Smartwatch, and think to yourself, well, wait a second, that just looks like a ripoff of an Apple Watch. And yeah, you'd be kind of correct, but they're not even trying to hide it, really. It is pretty much the mission statement that they wanted to create an Apple Watch, but much cheaper. Hence this right here, the Trevit Smartwatch. So let's unbox it, shall we? We have a little note here, basically thanking you for your order, and with some information about how to contact them at the back. Plus, also, we have ourselves a little key ring here, which I believe they said doesn't normally come with this. It's just something that they specially included for my order because I'm a influencer or something. Plus, you also get the instructions and the watch itself. It comes in several different colorways. So I decided to go with this one because it's what kind of matched my phone the closest. Now, when it comes to the overall shape and design, it is pretty much identical in terms of the size, in terms of your buttons on the side. It is pretty much the same. It is already on, and we can just select English, and we need to, of course, install the appropriate app. And while that's downloading, let's have a look at literally the only other thing in this box right here, and that is a charger, which uses a pretty unconventional mechanism. While most watches have this kind of puck design, this right here is a bit different. So if I take this off, let's actually have a quick look at how exactly you use it. So it has these two contacts down here, and all you have to do is just boom, it attaches magnetically, and then you have a USB type A on the other end. So that's a pretty nice little design. Though of course it kind of just doesn't sit as nice when you try to place it down when compared to this kind of usual wireless charger you find with most other smartwatches. Okay, so now we just need to set everything up in this Run Me Fit app. So let's just go through everything. Age 23, we need to enter your weight and height as well. And just like that, you are ready to go. You have to give it all the permissions as well, yes. And okay, just like that, we are set up. So now we just need to go into here, go add a device. We need to confirm Bluetooth, yes. Yes, allow, okay. Just let me add it, please. And okay, and as you can see right here, it says request pairing. So we can just do that. And just like that, we are all done. We just need to go through all, yes. You can have all the permissions you want, just let me go through to the next step, thank you. Okay, just like that, the whole pairing process was pretty simple, apart from the fact that you need yet another app on your phone, apart from all of the other apps you have. So that's obviously one of the big disadvantages whenever you go with one of these third-party products, rather than going with something first-party from, you know, either Samsung or Apple or Google or whoever you have your phone with. But when it comes to the app itself, it is pretty much what you'd expect, including what on earth is mood tracking? How on earth does it track your mood? So is it basically just stress, but then there's also mood? Do you have to enter this yourself, or does it actually like track it? No, it does. Enough about the app, let's focus on the watch itself. So this is the default view, and I have to say it kind of also does fit fairly well on a smaller wrist like mine. Like actually finding smartwatches that fit can be a big challenge. Most of them just look ridiculously way too big on my dainty wrists. The bezels right here, they aren't the thinnest, but like whatever, they're good enough. Then you have your activity screen right here. You have your music, because yes, you can control all your music as well. You have your weather. And oh, okay, this is nice. It actually just goes back. So you don't have to like, constantly scroll forever to get back to the beginning, because you can just scroll back. There's also this, which you can only get to when you swipe to the left. And this is basically kind of your main section summarizing literally everything. Another thing I already noticed that I'm not a huge fan of is the fact that you can't go down to the settings from any other screen other than the main one. So if we're here, now I can go into this whole tab. But if I'm here, as you can see, it doesn't actually work. You also have your screen brightness, which you can adjust like this. And I think, yeah, if you go all the way to the max, it is bright enough for even some of the like darker places you may be in. But what really made me laugh is that you have a flashlight. Basically, like you can just use your watch, it just maxes out the screen brightness. And of course, most of the other customization you'll just be doing from the app. So here you can go into your device settings as well and also set everything up however you want. You can also have different faces right here from the gallery. So you can just go into there and pick whatever it is you like. And some of these do actually look pretty nice, I gotta say. I'm really liking the look of quite a few of these They have quite a variety here, so that is nice to see. And then also you have your app center right here, where you can add stuff that you didn't already have there. So for example, your, I don't know, world clock or your blood glucose study, or Pomodoro. What on earth is Pomodoro supposed to be? Apparently it's nothing. Oh no, it's loading. It's a time management app that helps you manage time better, minimize distractions, and make time use more intuitive and efficient. So it's basically like a focus timer, but a lot more pretentious, I'm guessing. And of course, because it is its own thing, you don't have access to the full Play Store, for example, when it comes to this thing. It's just the specific apps that they've made specifically for this device. So you'll be limited there if you decide to go for this, rather than, again, one of the first-party options. So that kind of leads to the obvious question. Why on earth would you ever want to go for this? Well, it obviously comes down to the price. Given how at $125, it's going to cost you way less than any first-party option, especially the Apple Watch, which it is mimicking the most. So obviously the main target audiences are people who just really like the design of the Apple Watch, but don't want to pay that Apple tax, then they can just go for this to have basically the same design. And odds are, if you're just out and about, people will not notice the difference. It looks pretty much identical enough that people will not be able to tell that it isn't an Apple Watch. There's also people who just like the design, but maybe they aren't with the Apple ecosystem. Maybe they just prefer the look of an Apple Watch, but they're on Android. And of course, there's people who just want to get into the smartwatch game, but maybe don't have the money for more premium first-party options. So obviously it is limited, and there's so many just very easy UI and user experience fixes I wish they did here that would make it so much more premium feeling, but still, for its price, you can't argue too much. So if you want to get it yourself, then our links to it will be down in the video description below. And if you use the code of Run15, you'll get 15% off yourself. And maybe check out our Patreon as well, because even a single $1 a month truly goes a long way. Plus huge thanks to Gavin Burns, Justin Rage, Ella Vroniak, Volish Roka, Patrick Harrison, not a pseudonym, Meg Sumner, and Shane Allcroft. But anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.